Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday night at the movies.
Welcome back, folks. Yes, indeed. Next week, I will be going to the premiere of the new Captain America movie.
So lucky, Neil.
It's called Captain America Brave New World. It's a new world.
Have you watched the
Captain
trailer?
America? Yeah, I have.
It's amazing, right?
It looks fun. Yep. You've got the new Captain America. It's
And
the former Falcon, Sam Wilson.
put that aside, I'm excited for the red one.
The Red Hulk.
The Red Hulk.
Yeah.
It's the introduction of a new, crazy, just uproaring Hulk.
Played by Indiana Jones himself,
Jones,
Harrison
yeah.
Ford. He's taken
legend.
over from the actor who died, who I think, William Hurt, who it's a character who was in it before. It was the guy, I forgot his name now.
Yeah.
But he played the sort of president figure
Yep.
in the Avengers movies. Thaddeus, maybe? Captain something? Anyway.
I don't remember. Yeah.
He's coming back, and this
he's
time
coming
he's
back,
the
yeah.
US president, and he's played by Harrison Ford,
Yep.
who's going to turn into the Red Hulk.
That's right. And I gotta say, I'm excited for this one because, to be honest, I don't really dig the whole new intelligent Bruce Banner Hulk. I feel like it kills his persona, his very identity of being just angry, right? And I think a lot of people look for that when it comes to Hulk, just damage and just anger and just straight out just venting at every little thing that he sees.
Yeah.
So I think this is one to watch, that's for sure. And of course, let's not forget the Falcon as the new Captain America.
Yep.
He's picked up the shield and has taken it from our very favorite, or the legend himself, Steve Rogers.
Yeah, and let's get stuck into it right now. So why is it that Captain America, the first movie came out in 2011, it was called The First Avenger, it kicked off the Avengers series, and here
Yep.
we are, 14 years later.
Has it been 14 years?
14 years.
Oh man, I feel old. Is
Half
that what
your
I
age.
feel, Neil?
Half your age, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
14, you were younger.
Has it been 14 since the first movie?
2011. Captain America, the First Avenger came out, you were younger than my daughter.
Yeah, it was.
And they're still going. So
Yeah.
here we are, 14
Yeah.
years later. It's the fourth Captain America movie.
Yeah.
Seventh, if you include his 3 appearances
Yeah.
in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
New Captain America.
Yep.
It's the former Falcon.
Yep.
Keep up. No more Steve Rogers.
Nope.
Now it's Sam. Sam's taken over.
Sam's taken over.
Why? Sam Wilson takes over, but why is Captain America so popular? Well,
Okay,
I'll
go
kick
for
off.
yours
I'll
first.
kick off with the obvious. 2 words.
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
Yep.
Last week, pure good timing for this segment, right? Last week, I picked up my wife's phone. I can't remember why. This is absolutely true.
Yeah.
On her phone was a dozen photographs of Chris Evans.
You're kidding.
She had searched Chris Evans photos, right? And I was just giving it to her for the next 10 minutes.
So how did you feel?
I didn't care. I said, what are you doing? Why are you like teenage girl fanning over Chris Evans?
A lady has a needs, Neil.
She sure does.
Yeah.
So she's been sitting there scrolling all these photos of Chris Evans. She made up some lame excuse about he's got some movie coming
Did
out.
she actually?
I don't know. I do know she really likes Chris Evans.
I'm sorry, I got nothing to back you up for this, but you know what? If you love
Everybody
him,
likes Chris Evans.
Everybody loves him. And I gotta say, he has one hell of a body.
Well, he's just a great-looking guy. He's a great person. I
Yeah.
told you I interviewed him before in Sydney. when
He's
he
a
did-
complete different person, right? I mean, comparing him as a real life Chris Evans.
He's
as
a very
compared to
laid.
Steve,
He's a very
Steve
laid.
Rogers.
He's not that different. He's a very laid-back guy. He's very humble.
Yeah, but he jokes a lot from what I've seen.
Very modest, very
modest.
self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And I told you the story. I interviewed him in Sydney.
Yeah.
And I regret it now because my nephews would have thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But it was the same time when I was seen half naked by that
That
other
was
actor.
for this Fantastic Four interview
Correct,
that you
which
did.
Chris
yeah.
Evans was in. But the following morning, this is true story. The following morning, I was going to the gym.
Okay.
And this is absolutely true.
And you saw him there.
The hotel gym. And Chris Evans was already in the gym.
Oh, wow.
And I went back to my room.
What?
I thought it was so embarrassing.
What a
And
waste,
I
Neil.
know. To this day, I wish I could have said I
You
went.
could have,
And you know the-
came up with a fibbing and be like, I was trained
And you know
by
the
Chris
best part.
Evans.
You know the best part. He wasn't as super famous as he is now.
Yeah.
He was relatively unknown.
Yeah.
And because we'd had quite a nice conversation the day before.
Yeah.
And he's only seen like 10 people the whole day.
Yeah.
he saw me through the glass,
Yeah.
and he waved, and I waved back.
Yeah.
So if I'd have gone into the gym,
It would have been a great session.
and there was
Neil.
no one
What?
else in the gym, it was a hotel gym. Can you believe
Oh,
it?
that would be a priceless experience, Neil.
My
I can't
nephew,
believe you
Pacey,
walked
to this
back.
day says, "Why didn't you just go in?"
Yeah. Oh,
No,
man.
but seriously, I'm rather proud that I didn't, because I don't want to be that guy, the hanger-on guy, the pest.
No, but I don't think he would think of you that way.
We would have probably made some awkward small talk, and that would have been it.
But I think the gym kind of connects everyone to connect with each other in a personal level,
Yeah,
and
but-
I don't think he would see it that way.
But the truth
Yeah.
is, when I saw what he was lifting, I'm going back upstairs.
You know what? That's fair. Okay,
I'll come back later.
that's fair. That's
You're
fair.
okay, Captain America,
But
in
yeah.
the making. You're okay. Right.
Okay.
So why do I like these films so much?
Yep.
So I did some research. The first thing about Captain America is
Yes.
he's more relatable. He's not an alien,
Yes.
number one,
Yep.
like Superman.
Yep.
He's not a billionaire,
Yep.
like Batman or
Yep.
Iron Man. And people forget this. If you know the origin story of Captain America,
Yeah.
the
He was
reason
a
he's so
really skinny
relatable,
guy.
he's a skinny, working class kid.
Yeah, he
From
was.
no money, no means. He grew
Yep.
up in Brooklyn.
Yep.
So, all right, yeah, he bulks up. But there's a relatable element because
It's from humble beginnings,
he's an everyman character.
Yeah.
He's selfless. He's decent.
Yep.
He puts others first. He's
Yep.
a natural leader.
Yep.
He doesn't have, what's his name? Iron Man selfishness or
Yeah.
arrogance.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the naivety. He's got a sweetness to him.
To be honest, he is literally the epitome of innocence.
He's perfect.
And he's a perfect character, right? And as much as it is perfect, I think to a certain extent, that's something that a lot of us can relate to, which is why a lot of us hit the gym hoping to be like that. Like in one sitting, one gym session, and then you'll be as big as him. But that's a goal that a lot of us reach, and he's a role model that a lot of us look up to.
Yeah.
So I think for me personally, I think it did really well because I think of the flop that he had with Fantastic Four. And like from that to Captain America, that was a big jump, right? From a movie that didn't do as well to a movie that has become one of the most notable Marvel series or Marvel movies to date. I think that has to be one of the reasons why I have a lot of respect for Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and-
I like it. And I think also the character itself, and this is good for Sam Wilson,
Yeah.
who's taken over, Anthony Mackie, is he's a bit of an everyman character. And this Captain America is different because he hasn't taken the super serum thing.
No, he hasn't,
So he's
yeah.
just relying on his wits, his
Yep.
bulks, his wings.
and his talent in flying, you know.
Yeah, so that makes him, for me, a little bit relatable. The
Yeah.
reason I like the Captain America films best
Yeah.
out of the Marvel movies, and I
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
my favourite is The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I like the Civil War
Oh, it's great, yeah.
because it's grounded in an element of reality.
Yeah.
It's an espionage movie.
Yeah.
It's essentially two soldiers
Yeah.
going at against each other, right? All right, they're bulked up and
Yep.
they've taken the super serum, but it's
Yep.
two guys. It's an espionage thriller.
Yeah.
It's set on Earth.
Yeah.
My eye rolls a bit when they
Yeah.
start going to planets and it all gets a bit silly.
They have to, right?
I know
Eventually,
they have to,
Yeah.
but it's grounded in our world,
Yeah.
in our reality. Two guys
Yeah.
fighting it out, lots of espionage,
Yeah.
lots of intrigue,
Yeah.
lots of double crossing and backstabbing.
Yeah.
And I personally think that even if it wasn't a Marvel movie,
It would have done well by itself.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
is a great espionage
Oh, I loved it.
spy thriller
But-
on its own.
Yeah, spy. That's the perfect description to it. Because the thing is, for at least the longest time, the first movie, right? That was the first Avenger. We were convinced that Bucky died, right?
Yeah.
And then until the Winter Soldier came out, and everyone was just wondering who was this person. Even though he didn't really build that strong relationship with him in the first movie, I felt like it built on the success of how well the first Avenger did. And then everyone had something to follow through, you know, like there's like this nice storyline to lead into the Winter Soldier, and then this nice camaraderie between the two men and soldier and army and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that kind of took off well because that played on to the Civil War.
It sets it up nicely because then they pair up against Iron Man, don't
Correct.
they?
Yeah. And it shows you and it teaches you how, you know, brotherhood just runs through everything, right?
So my favourite movie is The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Of all of them. I
Yep.
love that film.
Fair enough.
And my favourite scene,
Yeah.
great action scene.
What?
In close quarters. I wonder if you can guess what it is. I think it's a funny scene. It's a brilliant action scene. It's when he gets into the lift
Okay.
and it's packed
Oh, with all the
with
guys,
Hydra
right?
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And he realizes, because it's, it's
Yeah.
all that intrigue and espionage. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be on his side, but then
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
realizes they got Hydra tattoos or something.
Yeah.
And he realizes every single one in that lift is going to fight him.
Yeah.
And so he just looks around and he goes, all right, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
And it's just this brilliant close quarter, fast fight scene
It was
in the
crazy,
lift. It is
yeah.
superb. Let's
You know
get
what it
this
reminds
over
me
with.
of? You watched the Infinity War Part 2, right?
Yeah.
Did you remember where he went back to the past?
He does it, yeah.
And then he did it again, but this time around, instead of saying, let's get this over and done with, he was like, looking around, and he remembered him being in the lift, right? And he said, Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
And then all of them were lost because they were like, what?
Yeah.
is he,
And
is
they
he
just
on our
give him
side?
the case,
Yeah,
don't they?
they pass him the case.
That was in
that was hilarious.
Avengers Endgame.
That was
Yeah.
Endgame, yeah, correct.
That's
yeah.
great. So my favourite,
yeah.
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's relatable, it's grounded,
Yeah.
it's set in reality,
Yep.
human, emotional, decent character.
I think for me, I gotta go for the first Avenger. I'm the kind of guy who like to look at huge body transformation. I'm inspired by that.
When are you going to do yours?
And, I'd consider, right, if I could make a Rocky debut, part 2,
yeah.
right? Rocky just calling you out, if you're looking for a young Asian prodigy.
Yeah.
I'm up for grabs, by the way.
You and I have got more chance of doing Hamster Part 2.
Let's do that,
The
you know
Rocky
what?
Part 2.
Let's do Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Hamster, the revenge.
The Revenge of Anthony and Mao Mao.
Yeah, Mao.
Yeah.
But well, I forgot now. That first Captain America is one of the best origin stories.
I think it's got to be one of the best, yeah. Because it really brought you back to the wartime, I think that's the thing, you see, a lot of people could relate to, historical facts, right? To look at how he's gone through the war, the World War II, World War I, and then eventually back into society when he slept in the ice, right? And until they had to defrost him, and then he was shocked at how much civilization or just society has evolved over time. So I think that it crosses or it just ventures through different generations, and it's something that a lot of us can relate and enjoy.
Absolutely
Yeah.
agree. Let us know what you think, folks. Next week, Captain America Brave New World is released into Singapore cinemas. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Dan's going to watch it. And then when they reboot it for the third time, Dan the Man Co will be the first Asian
You'll see it.
to play Captain America.
Shall we begin?
Let's do it.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.